Sometimes athletes just deliver those performances which have never been thought possible. These blow away everyone's expectations, and some of them are just insane. I can't talk about these crazy performances without talking about the run of NBA championship wins by the Celtics, who won 8 straight from 1959 all the way to 1966. This team was led by the legendary Bill Russell, who was a force of nature, averaging 15, 23, and 5 across all 8 championship winning seasons. This record is still the longest consecutive title run in US professional sports, and the closest any other NBA franchise got to this record is the three-peat achieved by 4 teams in the entire history of the NBA. In fact, here's a graph with all the teams who have won more than one NBA championships in a row. You have the 2017 and 18 winners of Golden State, the 2000 to 2002 Lakers with Kobe and Shaq, the Bulls 2 three-peats separated by 3 years, and here's the Celtics, completely on their own. But speaking of things in 8s, Lionel Messi has won a massive 8 Ballon d'Ors from 2009 all the way to 2023. Now, regardless of whether you think the Ballon d'Ors are rigged, this is still an impressive feat. The only player that comes remotely close to this right now is Ronaldo with 5. But with both Messi and Ronaldo in the twilights of their careers, I don't see this record being broken, at least for a couple of decades. But who knows whether Mbappe, Haaland, or even Bellingham will take up the mantle of Messi's Ballon d'Or wins. Sticking with football, and in most World Cups, scoring 5 or 6 goals would get you the Golden Boot trophy. However, in 1958, both Pele and Helmut Rahn were tied on 6 goals, and they were here on this graph of all the scorers of that World Cup. And here's just Fontaine, 13 goals in a single World Cup, over double the amount scored by the second place finishers. But his 13 goals wasn't even enough for France to lift the trophy, as they fell to Pele's Brazil in the semis. No one in the last 50 years has ever scored more than 10 goals in the tournament, let alone 13. Will it be another 50 years before it's broken, or will it just simply never be broken? Now, some athletes dream of getting to an Olympics and winning a medal their whole life. And here are the top 10 athletes with the most gold medals. You have Usain Bolt with 8, Cole Lewis with 9, and then there's this guy, 23 gold medals, Mr. Michael Phelps. Now, not only does Phelps have the most gold medals, he also has the most total medals with 28, with his first being a gold in the 100-meter butterfly in Athens back in 2004, and his last being a silver in the 100-meter butterfly in Rio 2016. 23 golds, 3 silvers, and 2 bronzes over more than a decade is an absolutely incredible feat. Now, Usain Bolt needs no introduction as the fastest man on the planet. He has a whole host of world records, Olympic records, and world champ medals. One of his most unbreakable records has to be winning Olympic gold medals in both the 100 and 200 meters at 3 consecutive Olympic Games, from Beijing in 2008 all the way to Rio in 2016. He would have completed the elusive triple-triple if it weren't for Nesta Carter, who caused the Jamaican relay squad to be stripped of their 2008 relay gold after he failed his drugs test. Bolt still to this day holds both the 200 and 100 meter world records, and whilst athletes like Noah Lyles, Letsile Tebogo, and Arian Knighton edge closer and closer to his 200 meter world record, while still being a fair bit off that 19.19 time, no one has even come near his 9.58 seconds in the 100 meters. The closest athletes who are currently still competing are Christian Coleman, Trayvon Bromell, and Fred Curley, who had run 9.76, which is still a long way off of that 9.58 Bolt set back in 2009. And speaking of Usain Bolt, imagine if he never existed. Would Tyson Gay be holding the world record? Would USA have dominated the Olympic relays? Well, if you want to know exactly what would have happened in the absence of Bolt, check out the video in the bottom left hand corner, and I'll see you there.